Hey, psst. Look at him over there. He looks so cool. He has a Juju Shortbow. Can you believe that? Oh my, you're right. He does look very cool. I know. I'm so jealous. I want to be him.
And you shall, because today I will show you how you can get your hands on your very own Juju Shortbow in just 10 hours of playtime. First of all, why would you even need a Juju Shortbow in the first place? Well, simply put, it's just way too overpowerful if you get your hands on it early, and as a young Skyblock player, you should know to take that opportunity without even flinching. Before we start with the grinding, we can put down a tarantula minion or two, which will passively get us the 3 stacks of enchanted string over the next few days. The tier doesn't really matter, I just have tier 1s here, since they're so expensive to upgrade anyways. But what does matter is the storage. You probably want to have medium at least, but just so you know, with the medium storages, you do have to collect the minion once every day or so, because they do eventually fill up. Another minion we can put down is this Enderman minion to get the enchanted Eyes of Ender if we don't have them already. But as they are very fast, one should be enough. And of course, same with the tarantula minions, a medium storage is nice to have. Alright, so step 1 is probably going to be the hardest part if we want to do it legit and not be frowned upon by the entire Skyblock community. And that is to get Enderman Slayers 5 without being carried, which requires us to get 5000 Enderman XP. That corresponds to around 1000 tier 1 bosses or 200 tier 2 bosses. Of course, we don't want to do 1000 tier 1s. I mean, we're not crazy, so we're gonna prepare for tier 2s instead. Just so you know, I'll be using my normal profile for this, since my Ironman is a bit too overpowered for this. And I'd say this normal profile also matches an early to mid game player, so this would be perfect. Here I'm using the Silky Reforge powered by 400 magic power, and my Skyblock level of 141 is giving me around about 700 health. Our main weapon will be this Void Edge Katana, which we get access to at Enderman level 3. Thankfully, level 3 is a lot easier to get than level 5, and really should not take us more than an hour. As for the armor, any damage set is good. I will be using this Crimson armor, Reforged to Fierce, because of course not everyone is going to have access to the Ancient Reforge on Ironman this early in the game. Instead of wearing full Crimson armor, we will however be wearing a Crystallized Heart instead of the Crimson helmet, because this is what makes the strategy so good. As you can see here in the ability, the healing boost, it doubles your mending and vitality while wearing it. This ability means that we need a lot of other healing items as well, which could be the Wand of Restoration, for example, and very useful as well, the Florid Zombie Sword, or actually any zombie sword. It doesn't really matter, it's just important to have one. Of course, everyone is going to be using Power Orbs, so we're going to use the Mana Flux Power Orb in this example. As for the pet, I can only recommend the Enderman pet, because the damage reduction perk at the very top here is just insane for Enderman Slayer, and since it's the first perk, an uncommon one is already enough to have. Now, if you want to use the Soul Cry ability on the Void Edge Katana, it's gonna use a lot of mana, and this is why I recommend you put like a Wise Reforge on the Crystallized Heart perhaps, but also Wisdom on your armor helps a lot, while also putting Ultimate Wise on this thing. You really need Ultimate Wise if you want to use the ability. As a little safety net, we can also activate the Soulflow Piles ability, so we don't completely run out of mana in sticky situations. Of course, these are just baseline recommendations, and if you can upgrade your gear in any way, for example using hot potato books, recoms, gemstones, it's probably a good idea if you struggle a bit. Now let's quickly look at how a boss is supposed to look like. Once you spawn it, you want to quickly put a mana flux down for healing, and then you want to chip away at the hit phase. The Soul Cry ability is going to help a lot, but if not, it should be also fine, just takes a bit longer. After that, you just want to hit the boss and take a look at your health, because if your health drops like here, you want to quickly click the zombie sword once, if you have enough mana, even the healing wand, and then you just repeat this process. Now at some point like here, the boss is going to throw beacons, but those I think are self-explanatory. You just stand next to the beacon. It's always important that you get those. And here my health started getting a little bit lower. I used the zombie sword to quickly heal up again. And then I quickly got the beacon. And then the boss fight was already over. Now they might not be as fast as here, since I believe I was doing 130k damage. But this setup basically allows you to stay alive forever, so even if you're doing 70,000 damage or even lower, it should still be fine as long as you can survive. Now, if we're assuming a spawn and kill time of roughly 2 minutes per boss, this process will take us a little under 7 hours to complete. And like I said at the beginning, this is by far the hardest part of the Juju grind, so the rest is going to be a bit more chill. But hey, now we have Eman 5 out of the way. Woohoo! Once we finally get Enderman Slayer level 5, we should already have roughly 3,500 out of 4,100 Null Spheres for the 32 Null Ovoids. And in the case that we did decide to get the SoFlow engine, it would be more like 3,000 out of 4,100, which, by the way, I really would recommend, especially for that faster hits phase. Let's say we got the engine, then we're gonna still be missing 1,100 Null Spheres, and this is approximately 50 bosses that we still have to do, taking us another 1 or 2 hours. But hey, at least then we have the first ingredient done. Alright, now to the fun part, mining! Woohoo! Alright, so here we basically need 1,000 enchanted obsidian and roughly 5,000 enchanted quartz. This may sound like a lot, but just be thankful you're not grinding the Terminator right now. Now, if we have a blue omelet on our drill with high enough mining speed, the obsidian shouldn't take longer than a few minutes because, well, see for yourself. Now we're gonna mine it at the same spot as we would do with insta mining it, and to quickly show where it is, here is spawn, you just teleport upwards, and next to this massive pillar there's this massive empty space of obsidian, which is really easy to mine. And what you would want to do is just mine, and keep on mining, just forever and ever and ever until you're done. That's the sad truth about mining, unfortunately. Anyways, the cool thing is we can only focus on fortune here. Fortune and efficient miner are the key things. And in this example, I'll have 1,000 mining fortune and efficient miner level 100. And with my tests, I was able to get 2,000 enchanted obsidian per hour, which means we would already be done in 30 minutes with this. As for the quartz, we basically want to go to this cave down there, below this little elevation here. It's right at the exit of the fortress, so it's pretty easy to find. But you basically want to go straight down until you reach this place. Now, those are the only 2 quartz clusters that really interest us. There's, ooh, that's very nice of him, but there's probably going to be a lot of mobs here, so you might have to take a few killing breaks. Or you just have another guy grinding bestiary. That's always lovely to have. Now, it's also important to note that if you have a shellman on a pet, you definitely use it, because it's going to stop these, or stop any of the mobs from knocking you around like crazy. I mean, they do a bit of damage, but just don't get hit by them that much. Then you basically mine 1 quartz patch, quickly teleport to the other, mine the other, and in this case you might have to kill them real quick, because they do get a little bit annoying if they sit right on the quartz patches, but that still shouldn't be that bad. But you basically just repeat this until you have all the quartz. And to paint a little bit of a picture of the rates, in my test I was using the same 1,000 fortune, which I used in the obsidian test as well. I was able to get roughly 4,000 enchanted quartz per hour. And as we need 5,000, yeah, roughly 5,000 quartz in total, this should only take us a bit longer than an hour, so it's still bearable. If we now collect the minions after a few days of very hard, unpaid work, we should now have enough ingredients to finally craft our Juju Shortbow.
Oh my god!
Now, if this video helped you, please don't hesitate to like and subscribe. And you know what? If this video does well, I might make one, or okay, sure, I'll promise it. I will make one for a Terminator as well, as the Terminator is the next big upgrade from the Juju, but of course, much more effort. But anyways, I wish you the best of luck in this Juju grind, and other than that, yeah, have a nice one. Goodbye!